Hey everybody, it's Serena, aka Zipperina, and we're back with another video today. As you can tell, I'm a little sick, a little under the weather, and it's the weekend, so I can't really go around spreading my sickness, and I thought, what better time than now to finally stop putting off learning some new fiber skills. And I've been wanting to learn how to knit and Tunisian crochet for a long time. I have all the tools I need. I have the Tunisian crochet kit, and I have a couple different kinds of knitting needles around. So also trying not to spend money and get the perfect yarn for the perfect pattern, and just use what I have so I don't spend any money, while also learning some new skills. So the first thing I'm going to try is knitting, and I found a tutorial I'm going to link below. It's a YouTube video, and it is a knitting tutorial for a ear warmer. While it is the middle of summer, I just love ear warmers as a beginner project because I'm not someone that just wants to sit here and crochet a square. I would rather work towards making something, even if I have to frog it multiple times. But that's just me and my learning process. So I think I finally found the video that I'm going to work with as in terms of a knit headband. So this is the yarn I'm going to use. It's a level 5 bulky yarn from Michaels, and it'd be kind of spooky colors, so I could wear it in this fall. And yeah, so this will be my first official attempt at knitting, and I might throw in some amigurumi. I've never tried amigurumi either, but let's see how much we get done with this.
Open and moving back and forth, then we can actually start casting on. All right, so what we're gonna do is, again, clamp down, open up our 2 threads, and I'm gonna move my hand to the left like this, so that I can see the diamond shape and I can see. So there you have it. That is the long tail cast on, and I hope it becomes part of your repertoire because you're really gonna need it. So there you have it, the long tail cast on.
Open.
Now, if you enjoyed this video, then please like it and subscribe right here for more knitting and pattern.
That's so fun. So already the long tail cast on was super fun to do, but I am just barely made my long tail for the cast on too short. So I was at like 62 stitches, but I'm not going to be able to get the 72 that the pattern wants. So this cast on was just for practice, because now I have to start all over. I'm so sad right now. I tried to look up how to fix dropping a stitch at the very beginning row, and I couldn't find anything to help me, so I'm just taking that as a sign. I guess I need more practice. Okay, so it's officially been 24 hours since I've began this project, and I've successfully taught myself how to knit and purl. And let me tell you, so far I'm having so much fun knitting. I think I picked it up semi-fast just because I am a crocheter, so I'm used to working with yarn. And I definitely like the knit stitch more than the purl stitch. The purl I have a little bit more likelihood to mess up and have to start again. I think I'm knitting the traditional way with like tossing over my yarn with my right hand instead of using the yarn in my other hand like in crochet, but I don't know, that's just me so far. And we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows in. Okay, so it's been 2 weeks since the last time I checked in with this video and how my knitting was going, but we're back at it, and I think this is as thick as I want to make it. It is not as many rows as the pattern suggested, but I like how it went through a full cycle of colors. So I feel like I really got down the knit and the purl, but now we have to bind off. I think that's the next step, so kind of nervous about that. But I've had so much fun with this knitting project, more than I thought, so I'm excited to learn all the steps and make something even bigger next time. Alright, excuse the after dark lighting. It's 9 p.m. so no natural light. But we finished my first knitting project. This headband is done. Bind it off and quickly woven in the ends. Even weaving in the ends was kind of different, and I had to look up a video for that. But it's done. I finally learned a new fiber skill. Hold on, I like it when it's better this way. Yes, and even though it's June, I'll have this ready for October, September. Well, September's still warm, right? This would be good for spooky season. The next project I think I'm going to make is a tank top doing Tunisian crochet. And I feel more prepared to take on a bigger project with Tunisian crochet since I'm already a crocheter, so let's hope that my logic is correct and that I can handle making a whole garment for my first Tunisian crochet project. So I think I'm going to do the bag in this purple and then with the speckled purple and blue stripes, and I'm gonna hope it looks good because honestly the colors don't go together as well as I would like them to, but I also can't, like, I should not get more yarn. I do not need more yarn, and out of all the cotton yarn I have, I feel like this is the best combo we have. Okay, we're finally back, done working on this, my very first Tunisian crochet project. So my thoughts. I love the look of the stitches, as in it looks like knit stitches. This was a pattern by Evelyn and Peter Crochet. I'll link the video I followed down below. Sorry if you can hear fireworks. It's July 3rd and I've been putting this off long enough, and this has taken me forever to make an update on. I've been using this as my new purse to go to work every day and run to the store. I do actually really like it. I'm not sure if I'm sold on Tunisian crochet because it felt like it really hurt my hands and my wrists a lot more than regular crochet and knitting. And since I loved knitting so much, I just kept thinking about how I'd rather be knitting or working on my next knitting project than this. So the Tunisian crochet experience was a little bit tainted by those things, so I don't know how long I will stray away from it or if I'll ever go back to it, but at least I gave it a go and I actually got a piece I will use, which I'm happy about. Next fiber art variation I'm about to do and to end this video is amigurumi. I've never tried amigurumi before. We already know how I like to do a project to learn instead of just practicing things to just frog it. I'd rather frog a pattern a couple times and learn that way. So the only thing I've watched a video on is how to do the over rather than under technique to get a better finish for your plush. And besides that, I'm going to try and follow this squid amigurumi pattern I bought from Etsy and see if I can do it without ditching that and then finding a YouTube video to follow instead. So let's see. Okay, after finally fighting with this yarn, going back and forth on if I wanted to use this or acrylic, because this fuzzy yarn is so much harder than I thought it was going to be to work with. I really underestimated this, and I cannot see or figure out the over versus under technique for amigurumi, so we're just doing it normal. And I didn't realize that you have to count, like I have to finish a whole row so I can count in my head where I am, because there's no count in this. Like, I don't know how to interpret this, but I'm gonna keep going because this is the last stretch of this endeavor, and then we're done. Alright, I'm trying to finish this octopus today. I feel like he's looking a little strange. I feel like I was definitely like missing a loop on the top of his head, but this is just for me. Just practice, so we're gonna keep going. Okay, so here is my octopus completed. As you saw, I had to give up on my purchase pattern and do a YouTube video, which I'm going to link below. Yeah, just the way I learn best just through video for the first time, and then usually I can read a pattern, but he's really cute. I had fun making him, and he really didn't take long at all. I think I split up making him into a couple days, but you could finish him in probably like a couple hours. And I'm not sure how I feel about amigurumi. I think it makes a lot of cute things, but the thick plush yarn you have to buy in all the different colors you would have to buy to make a bunch of different plushies would be a lot of money to sink into. And since I have already built a stash that doesn't include this type of yarn, I may not be doing amigurumi for a while until I take down my yarn stash. But I'm glad I finally gave it a go, and he's my favorite color, and he's so cute. So if you couldn't tell by watching the video, out of all these different kind of fiber skills and techniques, knitting was my favorite. I only knew how to crochet before. Knitting was my favorite out of knitting, Tunisian crochet, and then amigurumi. So let me know if this video helped inspire you or encourage you to try something new or anything along those lines. Thank you if you've made it to the end of the video. I appreciate it so much, actually. I'm gonna try to start posting weekly, and I appreciate any support you can give. So thanks for hanging out with me, and I hope you all have a wonderful day or night.